Right. Welcome in, everyone in chat. We're doing more. We're doing Tiernan lore. It's Scholar Society lore for the first time in ages. It's finally here. Anyway, there it is. And now we sit and totally don't just wait for Miss to get here. Who fucking died? Where is this bomb? What are they? Why are you so underneath the ground? You're at Y negative 15. We have lore 7 minutes ago. I patiently sit and wait for the Roxy to arrive. Oh, that's not weird. Not weird in the slightest. In the meantime, why don't I take a look around my create stuff and figure out what I need to get rid of? So I definitely need to get rid of up here. There's a lot of water wheels. I can clear out this part of the water. That's something. Oh, right. I should probably show you guys. I upgraded the forge while I was out of character, as I said I would. And now I also added like an actual wall, but this is all obsidian, but it's an actual forge now. There's an on and off switch, of course, but when it is turned on, the grind wheel starts spinning, and all of the encased fans down here start going, and it actually works as a furnace as well. So and it has 3 slots for cooking. Suck on that, Krita. Not to mention, we have an actual quenching pool with detritus in it, as there should be. Where is this bun, bro? Look, go upstairs. There's a whole ass dead screw on your front lawn. And where are you? Why negative 15? There is a whole ass corpse on your front lawn. Oh, I could probably get rid of those. Yeah, come back to the surface. Mhm. Yeah, I'm sorry this is taking so long, but there's literally nothing I could do other than message Rocks hurry the fuck up. Mhm. Oh God, I did it again, didn't I? Sorry, it? I left my door unboarded. Oh right, I forgot there's supposed to be the meeting today. Oh yeah, the scholars are having a meeting today. Oh right, that was a thing we were planning to do before you disappeared. Where have you even been? Hmm. You sure there wasn't any finely aged alcohol down there? Hmm. Anyway, yeah, I could probably bring you along to the meeting. I don't think there's any issue with it. That's a good question. I should go check my mailbox. Well, there is mail. I gotta get. I don't know why I trusted myself. Okay, it's at the unbuilt scholar's face. All right, we were sent to the truly the highest quality of letter. Yeah. So it's at the unbuilt scholar's base. So it won't look too appealing, but I suppose it will be a good chance to get you introduced. I think so. We might be late. I hope the canal that Heron was planning on building was actually built. Otherwise, this is going to be a long boat ride. Someone forgot about slash shout. I think this is my boat. They're all practically identical. It's a dracker. I use a dracker. All right, let me look at my map. All right. This is about to be a long boat ride. Yeah, you've missed a lot. Um, well, I don't exactly remember. There was a couple more interclan meetings. They kind of established world peace. Hmm. Morak Hates Maeve again. Oh yeah, there's the skulk. It's a big thing under Krita that's kind of eating the world. We found out that it spreads by eating stuff. Like when you kill something, it spreads. And so our current working theory is that it eats the experience. Things drop when they die. Yeah. We currently don't have a way to prevent it spreading. All we have is theories that are unproven and dreams. I did make protective suits, but they're just running off theories, as I said. See, I know Maeve's an emotional dwarf, but I don't think I've heard of her being that emotional. Also, are you picking up nearly as many fish as I am? My inventory is getting loaded. Well, they die when I run them over. Well, they are in the way of the boat. It's a very thin river for a big boat. They can go deeper. Because you didn't turn off my armor. Let me actually check. I think it's just called armor visibility. Keybinds. Yeah, if you just look up armor, it should be the only thing. And then you have to press shift and the keybind to disable all armor. I forgot we have a sail, so we could be going faster. Yeah, I imagine boats are not ideal. I love chunks loading in. We're totally not racing Heron right now, by the way. They're gonna win though because we have to go by water, and this is a winding route. But I also haven't experienced this path with the canal. This is the usual path we'll be taking, or at least I'll be taking. Let's see. Are we still going the right way? Yeah. Yeah, we already did. Not really. We kind of just know it exists, but we haven't really touched it. Doesn't seem to be any signs of like any chip in it or damage that we could investigate. There's not even hinges. All right, and we are here. Killed one last fish to to finish it off. Who's worse, me or Morok when it comes to the fish? Okay, there's a little more stuff here than last I checked. Oh, hi, Heron. Because it's full of zombies. It is loaded. Although ironically, if you go down there in pre-cam, there's only two zombies. Why is there a Pokin flying past? Anyway, do we know what this meeting was supposed to be about? Or if like Argo's actually here yet? I thought we were late. Oh, I do not see anyone. Bro's experiencing the horror. So, do I like by default get this lab? Because this one's labeled Forge and Lab, and like forging is my thing. Yeah. They're okay. I think they're fine. God's a furry, as we all know. See, that's because God is Dracula. Hello. How did you get up there? Oh, there is a waterfall. I'm just blind. What? What are you talking about? Weird. I don't know what they're talking about. Didn't expect to be waiting on James and Abigail. Didn't expect to be waiting on James and Argo, but I think I smell a caravan on its way. Yes. Well, I think this one's kind of already mine because it's already labeled the Forge. Although I must say this is very little space for both my work and the Forge. I don't think you understand how much space a Forge can take up. If I want it to be anywhere near as good as Credo's Forge, I gotta go all in. This one would definitely work. I don't think we need copper. Awesome. Yeah, it's massive. Low taper fade. Yeah, it's got the stuff growing all over it. And the stuff that the catalysts are made of is what its main body seems to be made of. I got a really good look at it when I encountered it with Morok. So you're saying instead of the frost stone, I should have gotten everyone's slippers? Well, I imagine softer shoes mean you make less noise. Yeah. I imagine you could probably, it's pretty squishy, right? You could probably just scoop it up in like a jar, kind of like moss. Yeah, I do still have to build my 3-layer thick obsidian box. If only there was a place for us to put it. Unfortunately, I think I just spent all my obsidian on my new forge. But as has been established, I don't have any issues getting obsidian. I'm looking through my stats right now. Apothecarist. Okay, it was 2,682 obsidian mined. I just go and find a pool. I also may or may not have like 80 buckets of lava in my backpack because I have a tank upgrade. That's how I carry so much. It's full of beans. Your future, I did it last time. There's also only one Pajur. Oh yeah, I forgot about Alara. Should someone go down and clear it just so they aren't still around? I'll go clear it out. Oh, there's so many. Just for the sake of the meeting, I'm gonna put torches down here. Look, this isn't canon, all right? They all just we walked away and they didn't cause a lag issue. All right, that wasn't canon. That was just we walked away and suddenly the zombies weren't an issue anymore. Hmm. Didn't you bring your unicorn? You don't keep it in a box? Yeah, we have the better group. Everyone immediately makes a group. Should I pick up Roxnir? Oh, God is grabbing your unicorn. It's like Breath of the Wild. You just blow your whistle and your horse appears. Practically ancient. All right, fucking fossil. Are you an archaeologist because you discovered yourself? If only there was a stable. Yeah, this is not where it is. No, it is not. It's the south one. Well, this is different from before. No, we went to the one facing Krita because we thought that it was the right one, and then it was the wrong one. So did a bomb go off or something? Hmm. Rocks and apple juice? That sounds like a terrible shit. So he shits normally? He has to eat rocks to shit normally. It does, but it does look like it, but it doesn't. Because I looked up there. Yeah, I'm the scrawniest orc of all the orcs. Of course I can fit in there. It's the water wheel. Huh? Yeah, it doesn't have collision. It's only a 3x3, but it displays bigger. Maybe it needs to be the big one. Well, thunder. Well, that's not how water wheels work. We gotta change the direction of the shaft. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the right pieces for that. No, not that. I mean like the direction of the like shafts. Because in order to get the water wheel to actually spin, it has to be here. Let me get a demonstration. It would have to be facing, okay, no, it has to be one block higher. It would have to be like that. But then the water isn't touching it. Yeah, the water just isn't touching. Well, it's spinning. Yeah, let's. I shouldn't freak him. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going wrong here. Oh, there's not enough poles behind the piston. Mm-hmm. I'm using the X-ray vision to figure out what the mod team did wrong. Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, the square really doesn't fit in the square hole at all. What rectangle? Speak clearly. I heard a click, but a click is just a click until we have the context. For all we know, that could have just been like a bug behind the door making a loud noise. It's as if nobody bombed the door. Me when I'm twiddling my dingaling. That was out of character. No, that happened to Rock. Uh, how did this manage to happen? How? Wow, how strange. Spoilers, spoilers. Everyone pray to this crucifix. Pray for salvation. That was all you. Mm-hmm. How strange. Someone get their chisel. Pray for salvation. I'm a dolphin. Filthy Humie. Also, Soul, your Figura is fucked up right now. I mean I have the ghost sword, but the ghost sword I didn't even pull that out of my backpack. Maybe dingling was the code word. Wow. It's such a door. With our powers combined, through the power of Old Man Yowie, James and Argo cranking it against the world. What? What do you mean? I don't see anything. What? I'm right in front of you. A sack? Yeah. I mean, I've seen a couple people stalking around at meetings, but that was like the inter-clan meetings. Yeah. I was thinking of Lena. Lena. Yeah, I dislike the rain. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Look, God isn't in the group chat anymore. If watching your friends is stream sniping, call me a fucking agent. I've been kicked from the group chat. What do you mean? What? Why not? These moves will have irreparable effects on the late game. The trout will not survive. We all already know Argo's the bottom. It's less problematic when they're in their 40s and almost 30s. I thought Argo was like 40. Also, for some reason, everyone's name tags just went vertical for me. As expected, Argo has done fuck all. Well, you didn't see James coming because he was from behind. I'm totally Fujoshiing out right now. Yeah, they gave up on lore to watch you play chess. My balls are sweating at the chess. No. What? You can't just say that after that gay ass chess match. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. It was one of the Russian ones. Yeah, I'll bookmark it. Yeah, it sounded like you said screw me. After winning the right to be a bottom, you say screw me. I sure hope there's not any important enemies underneath our feet. I think by now we should just assume if there's create related to lore, it's gonna fuck up. See, we just have so much aura that we generate electricity. I was getting so many job interviews today. That wants to what? This is the first I'm hearing of this. I don't know a lot about her, but I think the only thing that would even relate to her wanting humans dead, and that's not that's this is like a really far stretch, but maybe because Bao has been preaching that humans aren't real. It's less that they're not real, but just that they're secretly something else. They both rolled. One rolled a 6 and one rolled a 7. Oh, I'm being kidnapped. God didn't like that one. I suddenly feel like I have a pair of invisible hands just like around my waist, ready to steal me away. Oh no, I think I feel them pulling on me. Not the first death Screw wanted, but or at least not the one I wanted for Screw. Look, ideally Screw's first death is getting beaten to death. Look, you just don't understand Screw society. Every day when you wake up in Screw society, you wake up from your screep and you pray to your scrucifix and then you dial the screwicide hotline. Nothing. They can play Pokemon, but they can't play Connect 4. You saw how far they got in Pixel Ball last year. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to play. The legendary stacked team that's gonna get obliterated by a purple flower. We probably should have some cohesion, but I don't really want it to look like just houses and living spaces. Well, build. We should add our build style. It looks like Argo, Screw, and James are fucked. Okay, last time I built something on this server, it was an abomination of geometry that it got teared down. Yeah, that one was my build, but that was more of a glitch. I was referring to the farm. Yeah, that I have not built yet, and that's just going to be a square. We do not have materials. We also still have to decide on the palette. I feel like an interesting thing we should do is have one cohesive palette and then each person has like their own individual like tertiary color to use. I was just gonna think just go like based on what the person wants. Like I imagine it would be weird if Screw was blue and Soul was green when it probably should be switched. It would be weird if Screw was blue and Soul was green when that should be probably switched because we're because Screw is green and Soul is blue. Heron and Soul have to fight to the death over that color of blue. Ava and Rox also have to fight over dark red. No, that was southwest of Krita because I knew it was there, so I took Morok there to see it because I didn't want to just barge into Krita. There's also just an emotes mod. Oh, I actually have some dragon's blood I could donate. Ice dragon blood. Although Called is fighting a lightning dragon soon, I could take some blood from that. Damn, we're going with the one that's just named a letter. No? Before this lightning dragon, Screw didn't even know there were more than ice dragons. Alexa, play Despacito. There's only one beer left. I'm kind of like Willy Wonka, where I have slaves in my basement. Did you not know about the Scroompa Loompas? You mean the Flutter or the Mungus? I have too many. I forgot. Weren't we going to the scholar space? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not like there's like a bunch of holes in the walls. I thought about it, but I don't know about it in character. I don't know. It's not like there's a dozen holes in Krita's walls. I've accidentally fallen into James's workshop. It's not like Maeve is awake. Yeah, now we have her on a leash. Prisoner of war. Worst case scenario, we can lock her in a room with a Gorgon. To the Scholar Cave. Let me in, please. Whoever put this clipboard in a placard is an idiot. I'm not canonically gonna read that. Yeah, those are Cretan government secrets. The Krita CIA will get my ass if I read that. Theoretically, what if we theoretically, what if we were to like make a gantry carriage and then glue the scope to that? You're cutting out a lot. How sad. I'm gonna commit screwicide. Oh, that was one hell of a sneeze. He's on the cross. Serenity. Peace. I'm free from I'm free from all worldly interactions. It truly is beautiful. I watch the sunset as I as I enjoy my new peace in this world of the crucifix. I don't know. I think it might be more than just Z. I'm in the fucking back rooms. I also can't leave. Oh, I know I might need to relog. Oh, I can't even like scroll through my inventory. Um, I'm I escaped the back rooms. So basically, when you crashed while I was holding you, everyone around was talking, and then suddenly everything went silent. Everyone disappeared, but I was still in the room. I have to find it. I literally immediately locked in and went, Serenity. Yeah, I went to Y negative 1000 while trying to relog. Oh, hello, Ragnar. Well, if we're all locked in here, I have a way to let all of us out, but it costs all of your armor. No, that's not canon. I thought we were gonna go to the scholar space and like decide a block palette. Well, we can decide a palette. We just need to collect it afterwards. All right. I'm totally not lagging the freak out. Yeah, I contracted it from Argo. They committed suicide. Well, I mean, etymologically. It would just mean killing Screw. Yes. How is the axe? Oh, never mind. Well, we know this area is at least safe. As long as we're not feeding it, it's pretty safe around here. There's not any screamers. I will at least put on my protective helmet so I'm not huffing this shit. Oh right, I'm gonna have to make new protective gear for Alara, Ava, and Roxy, aren't I? I'm putting holes in the helmet. Well, it's protecting your lungs, not your head. It's not exactly airtight. We're bathing in it. I'd bathe in this before water. Growth is such a bad word for this. I'd call it like a cyst or a tumor. Outbreak. Maybe a canker. Yes, like a canker sore, but just canker because that's what it kind of is. What's the point if we're not messing with it? At least I'm not feeding it. Well, yeah, but that's really far away. And also that one has screamers in it and will murder me. Are we saying the admin team is the Dirge? Dark Urge? Copyright free David McLeod music. Or no, Kevin McLeod. I don't know who David McLeod is. David makes copyrighted music. Don't let the door hit you on the butt on the way out. I actually have to go back to the Scholar's base because my boat is there. Meow. I totally don't have to go all the way back to the Scholar's base. My boat is there. I also don't even know if it's my boat because a lot of the boats that called look exactly the same and you can't name them. Hmm. We're going back to Jerusalem. Oh, one nail in the cross. The worst part about having jump boost is roads that don't have slabs. Because if you jump up one block and then hit the block in front of it, then you lose your sprint. The big dog. Screw has been attacked by bigger dogs. They won't nail me to the cross today. I totally missed the opportunity earlier to say I got sent to the back sprooms. Why? That's like probably one of the least weird things I've said today. Are we forgetting POV? I'm twiddling my dingling. This section of the road is the actual worst because the 4 blocks is like perfectly enough for me to lose my sprint on every jump if I don't turn. Mm. I can't believe Johan abandoned us. Classic Drakra. And now I go to the scholar's base. Whose trip to Jerusalem will be a long one. Did you forget we left? Did you forget we left the boat here? Sorry, I was making my trip to Jerusalem. That was productive. No digging claws, SMH. I can't believe I'm gonna have to build a third forge. Well, there's the one in Called, and then there's the one in my house, and now there's gonna be the one at the Scholar's Face. Speaking of which, you should definitely come by someday so I can make you weapons. Okay, but also you get the bragging rights of saying you have weapons made by the best smith in all of Dearmad. Also, I can make you armor, so you might want that. I'll tell you, I'm much better than any dwarven smith. See, apparently Moroch is having doubts, because he got an axe from Maeve. Yeah, but I made him a better axe. That was before they were enemies. Or no, it was after they were enemies, when they were friends before they became enemies again. Yeah, they don't even have a proper quenching tool at their forge. It's honestly embarrassing. Also, ours uses convection and theirs uses conduction. So conduction is when heat transfers through two solid objects, like when you touch a hot coal and your hand becomes hot because of it, that's conduction. Where convection is like boiling water or like really hot air and transferring heat through that. We already have plenty. Stu has been eating nothing but grilled salmon for the past months. Except for that one small period where Stephenson ate all of the onions, so I had to use fish and chips. Alright, and here we are. The boats are pretty sturdy to stand on. You don't have to worry. You. Alright, I guess it's time I put the boards back on my door. I'm so proud of this forge. It's so cool. We got the sharpening wheel. There's a bunch of hanging weapons. There's the anvil. We got a forge mitt, a hammer, the forge itself, really cool, and an actual quenching chamber. I love it. It's time for speed bedtime. That's just, I should mute. That's where I'm gonna end. Lore was fun. Teams, what do you mean you followed just an hour ago? It took you this long? What do you mean it took you this long to follow teams? I'm offended. Not really, but I can say I'm offended. Let's see who to raid. You know what? Let's raid this. We never raid. Actually, maybe not. Mist kinda has more viewers than everyone else on Tier 9 right now, so we shouldn't raid Mist. It's only fair. Let's raid V. Alright. We're gonna be back with more lore tomorrow, so stay in your seats because shit's gonna start cooking, and you don't want to be there, or no, you do want to be there when it hits the fan. Anyway, go have fun with Z. I'm gonna go now.